How are you doing? I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you are studying really hard. It is May, guys, and it is the time to write your mocks. So if you have already started studying, if you are in the advanced level of your batches, in my advanced RC batch also, please start writing mocks. At least 2 mocks in the month of May should be done by you. 2 कैटलिस्ट के मॉक्स लिखिए इस महीने में, 1-2 सेक्शनल टेस्ट लिखिए ताकि you get to understand where you are currently, what is your current position, so that you can get started with your prep properly, guys. It's very important. एकदम लाइफ एंड डेथ बात है कि आप एकदम सही तरीके से अपना प्रेप करें. Okay, let's get started with our article for the day. Remember to use Abhi-CAT Live to unlock and subscribe to Unacademy and to get a 10% off. Guys, today is the last day of the current fees. So if you wish to take the subscription at this fees, please buy it today so that you can take advantage of the pre-price hike fee. So आज के आज ले लो subscription. अभी कैट ये हमारा टेलीग्राम चैनल है. प्लीज़ कनेक्ट विद मी ऑन टेलीग्राम सो दैट वी कैन अपडेट ईच अदर अबाउट व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन आवर प्रिपरेशन. अनअकैडमी कैट के कन्वर्टेड लिस्ट जो हैं 2001 टॉपर्स एंड आई एम कन्वर्टेड कैंडिडेट्स, ये रहे हमारे सारे बच्चे. आप देख सकते हैं बहुत ही प्यारा लिस्ट बढ़ती चली जा रही है. The right time, guys, hashtag the right time. Why are we saying this? Because our exclusive CAT study material is here. Now we've got you covered end to end. So get your subscription. Please remember, price is increasing today. That's 11th of May. India's top educators for CAT, e-notes for Plus and Iconic, physical notes for Iconic, 25,000 plus high quality questions, exclusive coverage, 50 plus full length tests for CAT and OMITs. There's lots that is happening, guys. लैंड योर ड्रीम. आई एम विद द अनअकैडमी कैट प्लस सब्सक्रिप्शन है. 18 महीने में 3 महीने का एक्सटेंशन है. 10% ऑफ है. 28,260 रुपये का पड़ रहा है. आइकॉनिक अगेन 18 महीने का है. 3 मंथ एक्सटेंशन है. 10% ऑफ है. 44,775 का पड़ रहा है. ये जो 10% ऑफ है, दिस इज ओनली व्हेन यू यूज अभी कैट लाइव. ओके, प्लीज रिमेंबर टू यूज दैट. Okay, when you use Abhi CAT Live, you will get this 10% off on each one of these, and remember that. Alright, what do you get and when do you get it? हमारा मटीरियल 15 मॉड्यूल्स मिलेंगे आपको जून 1 को, 48 मॉड्यूल्स मिलेंगे आपको जून 30 को. तो हमारा मटीरियल आप तक पहुंच जाएगा. फिजिकल नोट्स जुलाई 15 और 1 अगस्त को डिस्पैच होंगे. एक्सक्लूसिव बैच फॉर कैट 23 इवनिंग बैच है. 11th मई को स्टार्ट हो रहा है. शबाना मैम, अमिया, लोकेश, रवि हांडा एंड दीपांशु, दीज आर द एजुकेटर्स हु विल बी टेकिंग क्लासेस विद यू. Alright, the Iconic is our flagship program for CAT preparation, which is where you will get your physical notes. So notes मिलेंगे, test analysis, pivot, expert guidance, 1-to-1 live mentorship, community, live doubts. और प्लस के सारे बेनिफिट्स तो हैं ही हैं गाइस. प्लस में देखो कितनी भी क्लास चाहो ले सकते हो किसी भी एजुकेटर से किसी भी टाइम में. यही तो मज़ा है. चैम्पियंस लीग स्टार्ट हो रही है 11th of May से. 4-day वर्कशॉप है. टेस्ट है 15 मई को. 120 मिनट, 66 क्वेश्चंस. रैंक 1 को मैकबुक एयर, रैंक 2 को आईफोन एक्सआर, रैंक 3 to 5 को एप्पल एयरपॉड्स मिलेंगे. क्रैक द होटल मैनेजमेंट एग्जाम 2,500 रुपये में 2 महीने का प्रेप है. ऑल्सो महासेट का जो है 2,700 रुपीज़ में 4 मंथ का सब्सक्रिप्शन है. अगेन ये सारे ऑफर्स आज तक हैं, तो प्लीज़ टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस. अभी कैट लाइव आप कहीं भी यूज़ करोगे आपको मिलेगा. ऑलराइट, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. शुरू कर देते हैं अपना सेशन आज का. अपने वर्ड्स पे आ जाते हैं. ये रहे. नंबर 1, बैकिंग. बैकिंग मतलब सपोर्ट होता है. समवन हु स्टैंड्स बिहाइंड यू एंड हेल्प्स यू. सो आई हैव माई फादर्स बैकिंग. My son has my backing, my support, right? So buttress जिसे हम कह सकते हैं. Buttress भी बड़ा प्यारा word है. So my father buttresses me up, not butters me up, but buttresses me, supports me, right? Backing है. Veto. Veto is the power to refuse or reject. Security Council के हर member को refuse करने का veto का right है. Unanimously in one opinion, in one idea, in one voice. Demilitarization, removing of military, removal of military, demilitarization, denazification, removal of the Nazis or that specific Nazi thought, That's denazification. Stalemate of course is deadlock. जब ना हम आगे बढ़ सकते ना आप आगे बढ़ सकते, दोनों अटक गए हैं एक पॉइंट पे. That's a stalemate or a deadlock, or what you also call status quo. स्टेटस को भी कहते हैं इसको हम, ठीक है. ग्राइंड ऑन मतलब कंटिन्यू होता है, चले रहो, लगे रहो. एस्केलेटिंग ऑफ कोर्स इज इंक्रीजिंग, एग्रीवेटिंग, ठीक है. सो दैट here are your words once again. Backing यानी कि support, veto is the power to refuse unanimously in one opinion. Demilitarization, removal of military. Denazification, removal of the Nazis. Stalemate is a deadlock. Grind on means to continue, escalate means to increase. So here are your words. अच्छे से कर लो इनको. All right, let's get started. Relentless war on Russia-Ukraine crisis. तो Russia-Ukraine crisis में जो relentless war, relentless means unstopping, unceasing, एकदम लगे हुए हैं. Okay, that's the war. Over 2 months after Russia's invasion of Ukraine began, the UN Security Council finally managed to issue a statement calling for a peaceful solution and backing the efforts of Secretary General Antonio Guterres in this direction. So 2 महीने से चल रहा है war, अब जाके UN Security Council has been able to issue a statement, okay, asking for peaceful solution, and the efforts of the Secretary General Antonio Guterres has been now started giving fruit. While the carefully drafted statement avoided any reference to war, okay, so there was no reference to war, invasion or conflict, the fact that the 15 members of the council, including Russia, which has veto power, pay attention, Russia has veto power, and yet they have unanimously agreed to the call for peace, shows that all the sides are feeling the heat of the war. So understand that ये जो 15 nations हैं जो UN Security Council में हैं, all of them have veto rights. तो अगर रशिया चाहता तो इसको नहीं अलाउ करता, but they have also allowed it, sending out signals that yes, this is something, that the war is something that Russia also now probably wants to back down out of. So feeling the heat of the conflict. Going by the votes in the UN General Assembly, international public opinion is heavily against the war, and the UNSC is expected to do more to bring the violence to an end. तो UN Security Council is expected to do more to bring the violence to an end. उन्हें करना चाहिए, करा नहीं, 2 महीने में कुछ नहीं किया तो अब क्या करेंगे, but खैर, well begun is half done, so that's what I'll say. The statement was issued a week after Mr. Guterres held talks with Presidents Vladimir Putin and Volodymyr Zelensky. नाम देख लो, इनका व्लादिमीर है, उनका वोल्डिमिर है, मतलब क्या ही बात बोलूँ मैं. Putin and Zelensky, my God, that was such an offbeat, off-track thing to say. My apologies. Huh? So Mr. Guterres had talks with these guys in Moscow and Kyiv respectively, and a week after that UN Security Council issues a statement, thankfully. But his mission would be successful only if the parties concerned showed seriousness in ending the war. So if now the parties show the seriousness, then the war can be ended and the mission would be successful. As of now, neither exists beyond statements. That means none of the parties are, they've all just issued statements. That the walk the talk is not happening yet. It's just talk the talk that's happening. For example, Russia stepped up attacks in Ukraine after the UNSC statement was issued. So like I said, walk the talk hasn't happened, it's just talk. So they also approved the statement, but उसके बाद attacks शुरू कर दिए. On Sunday, 60 people were killed in Luhansk. On Monday, Mr. Putin in his Victory Day address marking the Soviet triumph over German Nazis claimed that the Russian troops were defending the motherland, indicating that the war will grind on, that the war will continue. Oh my goodness. When he ordered the special military operation for what he called the demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine, so when he did this, जो special military operation है, Mr. Putin must have expected a quick victory. तो उन्होंने probably सोचा था कि बहुत fast victory होगी, हुई नहीं. But Ukraine's resistance did not only deny the Russians this, but also galvanized Western support. So Ukraine resisted. They resisted the Russian army, they denied the Russians the victory, the quick victory, and they also gathered support from the Western countries, from US, from a lot European countries also. When Western financial and military aid hardened the Ukrainian resistance, so the West brought in financial and military aid, strengthened the Ukrainian resistance, the Russian troops, despite their incremental territorial gain in eastern and southern Ukraine, appear to have got stuck in the battlefield. So now the Russians are stuck, even though they have won the southern part and the eastern part, and yet they are stuck in a lot of places, because इधर से ईस्ट वेस्ट से बहुत सारा सपोर्ट आ रहा है यूक्रेन के लिए. The stalemate has increased the risk of a wider conflict. Now if the stalemate continues, ना हम आगे जा रहे हैं ना तुमको जाने दे रहे हैं कुछ भी, ना हम जा रहे हैं ना तुम जा रहे हो, whatever, where we are stuck, now the conflict will widen. The US now seems determined to weaken Russia. तो US का गोल क्या है? To weaken Russia. As Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said, so they are trying to weaken Russia. Russia with its back against the wall, so Russia has its back against the wall, is warning of a third world war with nuclear weapons. Now Russia is saying we will have a third world war, we will use our nuclear weapons. The possibility of a direct Russia-West confrontation makes it the most dangerous moment in global politics since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. The 1962 में जो Cuban Missile Crisis हुई थी, उसके बाद से this is the most serious attack on world peace. So if you do have a Russia-West confrontation, it's going to be really bad. If both sides still believe in rational policy making, अगर दोनों countries को, दोनों sides को लगता है कि rational होना चाहिए, they should immediately look for an off ramp. Off ramp means a way to get out of this war, an exit route. Let me write that. I don't know if you understand the word off ramp. तो जो बड़े बड़े से फ्लाईओवर्स होते हैं या बड़े लंबे वाले रास्ते होते हैं, उस पर चढ़ने के लिए जगह जगह पे एंट्री रैम्प्स बनाते हैं और एग्जिट रैम्प्स बनाते हैं. तो ऑन रैम्प बनाते हैं और ऑफ रैम्प बनाते हैं. तो ऑफ रैम्प से आप उतर सकते हैं फ्लाईओवर से. तो यही है. तो वॉर इज अ फ्लाईओवर, ऑफ रैम्प करना है मतलब उतर जाना है, हट जाना है इस वॉर से. Russia cannot ask for dialogue and peace when continuing to pound Ukrainian cities. Exactly. How can they ask for peace अगर वो यूक्रेन में लगे हुए हैं वॉर करने पे? So they have to step back. Its war machine has slowed down, so they have slowed down, and it is already facing economic and political isolation in Europe. And yes, how? Chelsea का ओनर बेचारा अब्रामोविच जो है उसको क्लब बेचना पड़ गया. चेल्सी का हालत खराब हो गया है. Escalating this conflict, bringing the whole world into danger, does not serve anybody's interest. So if you escalate this conflict, it's not going to help. Instead, Moscow should immediately end the attacks and support the UN Secretary General's mission of finding a peaceful solution that could address the security concerns of both Russia and Ukraine. So Moscow को अब ये करना है, उन्हें रशिया को अपना अटैक को वापस लेना है, वॉर को वापस लेना है, and try to rebuild the peace that was there. So that's your passage, guys. Very interesting. As always, the Hindu off to a great start. Alright, what is the main idea of the passage? Here you are. Russia does not. Hey guys, I hope everybody has liked the session. If you haven't, the first thing you should do is, before you answer this question, go and hit that like button. What is the main idea of the passage? Russia does not want the war to end. Russia must support the UN peace mission and end the attacks. Ukraine must stop fighting Russia, and UN has a resolution against Russia. Come on, guys. Let me say good morning to everyone in the meantime. Good morning, Archit, Shubham, Meghjeet, Anjali, Syed, Siddharth, Yogesh, Anushka. Anushka, long time. I am so happy to see you, mere bachche. Nupur, Amandeep, Krishna, Kirti, Dheeraj, Arya, Nupur, Swati, Mehnur, Aman. (23 out of 33 है. 10 लोग अभी लाइक नहीं किए. लाइक करो भाई. रशिया डज नॉट वॉर द एंड, ना रशिया का कुछ नहीं लिखा है कि वो क्या करना चाहते हैं. यूक्रेन मस्ट स्टॉप फाइटिंग, वाई विल दे स्टॉप फाइटिंग, ऑथर हैजंट सेड एनीथिंग. यूएन हैज अ रेजोल्यूशन अगेंस्ट रशिया. देखो ये सब ऑप्शंस डायरेक्टली एलिमिनेट हो सकते हैं. एंड व्हेन वी वर रीडिंग द पैसेज वी डिड अंडरस्टैंड दैट द राइटर रियली वांटेड टू से दैट यूएन हैज अ मिशन फॉर पीस and Russia must support that, and Russia must end the war if we do not want a third world war or a missile crisis or a nuclear crisis to happen. So therefore B, yes, is the best answer for us. Absolutely guys, bilkul perfect. All right, each of the following must be true except, तो क्या है जो true नहीं है? Remember, true plus except is false. In your own mind this should always be very clear. True plus except is going to be false. False plus except is always going to be true. So that's something that you should remember. So Russia invaded Ukraine 2 months ago. UNSC issued a statement calling for peaceful solution. Russia did not vote for the UNSC resolution, and US wants to weaken Russia. Which of these will be the correct answer? लविश, मेरा माइक कौन सा है मुझे पता नहीं है, क्यों? आवाज क्लियर नहीं है क्या? Alright, so Russia invaded Ukraine 2 months ago, true. So cannot be my answer. UNSC issued a statement calling for peaceful solution, true. Cannot be my answer. Russia did not vote. Hey, if they had not voted, the statement could not have been issued. False will be my answer. US wants to weaken Russia. लिखा हुआ था passage में, true. So therefore cannot be my answer. So my best answer here, boys and girls, is C. मेरा आहूजा का माइक है, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is from Ahuja. You got me all scared, yaar Lavish. Good morning, Anjali. सबने गलत करा है क्यों? सी तो किया है काफ़ी लोगों ने. ऑलराइट, चलो जिसने भी गलत किया कोई बात नहीं है, बड़े बड़े देशों में ऐसी छोटी बातें होती रहती है. ऑल थैंक्स टू शाहरुख खान. हियर्स योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द टोन ऑफ दिस गिवन स्टेटमेंट? फटाफट बता दो. Instead, Moscow should immediately end the attacks and support the UN Secretary General's mission of finding a peaceful solution that could address the security concerns of both Ukraine and Russia. Is he being ecstatic, extremely happy? Is he giving you a fact? Is he being ideological, or is he giving you just his pure opinion? Ideological मतलब ये वाली चीज़ दुनिया के लिए भला है, ऐसा वाला वैसी वाली आइडियोलॉजी. ओके, या सिर्फ ओपिनियनेटेड है, या सिर्फ एक्सटैटिक है, या सिर्फ फैक्चुअल है. Can all of you hit the like button please? Thank you so much for joining. All those who have joined us just now, thank you guys, you are such rock stars. ये वाला जो स्टेटमेंट है, अगर देखो, इंस्टेड मॉस्को शुड इमीडिएटली एंड द अटैक्स and support the UN Secretary General's mission of finding a peaceful solution that could address the security concerns of both these countries. So of course he is not being happy, so let's eliminate ecstatic. He is not being factual, he is giving you his opinion. ये करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए. So cannot be factual. Ideological would be imaginary in that sense, right? So not even ideological. Opinionated, absolutely clearly writer is being opinionated. वो कह रहा है ये करना चाहिए रशिया को. If you don't want trouble, if you want both countries to be happy, then these are the things that need to be done. So very clearly writer's opinion, और imaginary opinion नहीं है, ये realistic opinion है और इसीलिए opinionated है. अगर imaginary opinion होती तो हम आइडियोलॉजिकल ले लेते. Alright, the next one. Here's your structure question, guys. Hello, Rahul. Can you all please hit the like button? Okay, so there is a possibility of a direct Russia-West confrontation. It is the most dangerous moment in global politics since the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Is there a relationship between these two statements? If I ask why A, will I get B as my answer? If I ask why B, will I get A as my answer? Or else, if I ask why A and B, will I get some Z as my answer? That's how you will do this. Alright, so let me ask, why is there a possibility of a direct Russia-West confrontation? Because it is the most dangerous moment? No. Why is it the most dangerous moment in global politics? Because there is a possibility of a direct Russia-West confrontation. So this is the cause and this is the effect. So clearly A is the cause, B is the effect. Answer will be A, none of the others. So you have all, I think, got it wrong. सबने D mark किया है. तो B, C and D are all incorrect. A will be the correct answer. When I ask why B, I get A as my answer. Therefore, A is the cause and that's how you will get A is the cause, B is the effect as your answer. Okay. Let's go to the next question. What's the missing word? What is the missing word? Yes, Neeraj, of course they were related. But Ukraine's resistance did not only deny the Russians but also dash Western support. What did it do to Western support? So Ukraine's resistance not only denied the Russians something but also did something to Western support. Did it reduce? Did it acrimonious? Did it galvanize? Did it reveal? क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? एक्रीमोनियस तो हो नहीं सकता है, यहाँ पे हमें एक वर्ब चाहिए है, राइट? नॉट ओनली डिनाई बट ऑल्सो दिस. सो क्लियरली एक्रीमोनियस तो हो नहीं सकता. रिड्यूस्ड वेस्टर्न सपोर्ट तो है नहीं, हमें लॉजिकली पता है. सो इट कैनॉट बी बी. रिवील्ड वेस्टर्न सपोर्ट भी नहीं हो सकता है. सो ऑफ कोर्स द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी सी, गैल्वनाइज्ड. एकदम किक स्टार्ट कर दिया, पुश कर दिया, भगा दिया. Alright, what is the meaning of the idiom back against its wall? So Russia has its back against the wall. What do you mean by that? Is it irritated? Is it happy? Is it defensive? Is it troubled? When you have your back against the wall, आपको ना कोई अटैक कर रहा है इतना कि आप दीवार पे जाके चिपक गए ऐसे करके. आप पीछे भी नहीं जा सकते, आगे भी नहीं जा सकते. सो आप ना बहुत बड़ी मुसीबत में हैं. सो therefore, okay, so it's not defensive, it's not irritated, it's not happy, it is troubled. You are in a difficult situation. When you have your back against the wall, you are not in a defensive situation, you are stuck in a very bad position. आपके दुश्मन ने आपको ऐसे करके पकड़ के दबा दिया है दीवार से. तो आप you have your back against the wall. That means you are in a very difficult situation, not in a defensive position. Okay, that cannot be a defensive stance, and therefore C is incorrect. Okay, let's get your scores in everyone. बहुत लोगों ने ये क्वेश्चन गलत किया है, कोई बात नहीं है, ऐसा हो जाता है बड़े बड़े देशों में. ध्यान रहे गाइस कि हम लोग पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं, आज भी करेंगे 12 बजे. तो आ जाना। 4 PM पे आरसी चल ही रहा है और 8:30 पे हमारा वो क्लास है ही है। स्कोर्स प्लीज एवरीवन। कम ऑन, लेट्स गेट योर स्कोर्स इन वेरी क्विकली एवरीवन। तो पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चंस करेंगे। आज भी 12 बजे आना, सेम टाइम सेम प्लेस। Scores you guys. Oh, what is this? कोई आज स्कोर बता ही नहीं रहा है। क्यों भाई क्यों? इतना खराब स्कोर है क्या? Hey guys, I need your scores now. ओहो ओके ओके, मेरा उस पर आ ही नहीं रहा था। ओ स्कोर्स देख लेती हूँ फटाफट। अंजलि 4, रोहित 3, अर्चित 4, अविनाश 4, अनुष्का 5, सैयद 5, स्वाति 4, शुभम 4, मेघजीत 5, रिया रितिका 5, नीरज 3, महनूर 3, धीरज। अच्छा क्या ही स्कोर है, कोई बात नहीं है रोहित। बिगिनर्स कैन जॉइन, या दैट इज़ अ फ्री क्लास फॉर एनी वन। आर्या 5, अनुष्का 5, अंजलि 4, लवीश 3, रोशन 5। हाँ क्योंकि मुझे सुनाई नहीं पड़ रहा था, ना दिखाई दे रहा था, मेरे मैसेजेस रुक गए थे। एनीवे गाइज, रिमेंबर टू हिट लाइक, शेयर, सब्सक्राइब एंड द बेल आइकन एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू आर जॉइनिंग अस। एंड ऑल्सो आज सब, हाँ मेरे को चार्ट्स विजिबल नहीं थे, अब विजिबल हुए हैं। ऑलराइट गाइज, ऑल्सो रिमेंबर आज लास्ट डे है ऑफ द प्री प्राइस हाइक प्राइस। तो जिसको सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना है प्लीज़ अभी कैट लाइव यूज़ करके अपना 10% ऑफ लेके सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो राइट अवे। ठीक है, आज ही है तो आज के दिन में अपना सब्सक्रिप्शन लो, कल का इंतज़ार मत करो, कल हो ना हो, अभी कैट तो है ही। Alright, thank you everybody. That was very cheesy. I know that, but anyway होता है। 12 बजे मिलते हैं, 4 बजे मिलते हैं और 8:30 बजे मिलते हैं। Adios मेरे amigos, hasta la vista.